well, then we should be live. So, welcome to my mana collection stream. Although I have the imported mana collection for Switch, I'm playing the English versions on Virtual Console, and previously I played Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy via the Game Boy Player. And similarly, I'm playing the Secret of Mana Original SNES Edition via the Wii Virtual Console via the Wii U. So this game takes place just a little bit after the end of Final Fantasy Adventure. It's not hundreds and hundreds of years, but you do play as generations descended from the original, well, from that Gemma Knight and Gemma. So let us begin. I'll start a new game here. Now I have to remember that the B button at the bottom of the controller is the accept command, and the A button is to back out somehow. Or the Y button. Y button works to back out as well, for some reason. Alright, and we get to name our character. I'll name my main character Q, just for simplicity's sake. I probably should have run like a poll or something for viewers to rename the character. Maybe I could do that for Seiken 3. That's the one that I really want to do the most. Seiken 3, up until now, has been my favorite game of the series. And I've played every game in the series except for the one RTS. Anna has arrived! So this is recapping the story of Final Fantasy Adventure. A hero with the mana sword smashed the fortress. Civilization had been destroyed. The world was peaceful again. They didn't really say anything about civilization in the mana fortress, or in the big evil castle. Although there were robots, so I guess that they might have been building off of that a bit. Hey, guys, wait up! Shh, be quiet. The elf will find us here and he'll be mad. Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. There's a ghost around. Do you really believe that? People just say that to scare us. I heard Grandma say something about a shiny object near the falls. It must be some kind of treasure. We have to find it. Help, I'm falling. Ah! Ah! Suddenly that log isn't so difficult to balance on. You just run back along it like it's nothing. Ouch. No way to get back up. Now what am I gonna do? So I'll give you this nice little thing that I didn't quite notice is that the water currents affect how you move. It's Zero! He should be dead, no excuses, yeah, in water that shallow. Like, even if it was deep water, if he fell flat like that, it would be a fatal belly flop. Face planted in 2 inches of water. But then again, bunny rabbits that are made entirely out of jelly wouldn't really exist in a realistic setting. So there's some suspension of disbelief happening. Just let the water carry me to the sword. This is some really strong water if it's just like ankle deep, but it can still drag you along. Ow! That light! So bright I can't see. Ghost! ducks can do it, but that's different. Ah. So you pulled the sword out and it was in pristine condition. But now that you look at it, it's kind of rusty. Tarnished instantly. But I can use this sword to cut the grass here. Just like in the Game Boy game. Except now they give you a, that death blow gauge is now an initiative counter. So you can see at the bottom, every time I swing my sword, it starts at 0, counts to 100, and then you have initiative again. So it's a bit closer to tabletop. It's a bit closer to tabletop gaming with an initiative. The magic of plot. Yeah. Well, what's a rabbite doing in a place like this? Stabby. Stabby. Or slash. So, one of my friends, who has never played this game, I introduced him to this, to Secret of Mana, and he started off by just running up to enemies and mashing the B button like crazy, and telling him, no, there's an initiative counter at the bottom, you gotta wait. But, he told me that it was basically muscle memory, that, you know, when you play a video game, you just want to mash the buttons. And so he just kind of did. And it's not, you know, it's not that bad, because these guys have 20 HP. So if you land one full-powered swing on them, then you just keep swinging at them like crazy, you'll eventually deal 1 damage, 2 damage, and they'll go down. So I'm guessing it was designed like that on purpose. But, you know, after the first little while, you kind of figure out, oh, I actually deal 100% damage if I wait for that thing at the bottom to reach 100%. Still, I think it might have been better to the way that this game was structured, that the experienced person plays the swords, or actually I can't really say swordsman. The experienced player plays as the boy, and then the other two play as the mages. Although I don't know, I feel like the mages. I feel like the mages are for more experienced players. I don't know, I guess anyone could be for anyone, really. In real life, you just punt the rabbite. You can, actually, if you get the knuckle weapon, which is actually the 3rd weapon you get. Yeah, it turns all your attacks into punches and kicks. And you can, it's not just that either, if you go right up to them, you can do a throw. You can, what is it? It's not suplex, you, oh no, wait, yeah, you do suplex them. You suplex them. You can punch them, kick them, suplex them. One of your charge attacks is a Hadouken. Oh, I also like how they open up treasure chests. They shake it to see what's inside and then just throw it against the ground. And in this game, nobody has, like, trap detection and disarming skills, so they just let the traps go off. They actually gave you trap detection and disarming in the sequel, in Seiken 3. Your thief gets it, but anyone can learn it if they have enough luck. Did I miss the little prompt that said my sword went up to level 2? I think I did. Yep, my sword is level 2. Haha! Now I can charge up beyond 100%. And this was where, like, when he was playing, when my friend was playing, I told him, like, now you've got a charge attack, just hold the attack button in and wait, and watch that bar fill up. And when it's full, then try letting go. And that's when he kind of started to get it. Get how the whole initiative thing worked. Like, once he actually had a charge attack. Made it back to the village safely. Playing this for the first time, I thought that I trusted the NPCs, and this and Earthbound were among the first games that I played on the Super NES, and it was so weird that, like, they put you with these characters and sort of portray them as your best friends, and you trust them, and they're kind of jerks, but it turns out, you know, they're really jerks, and they're not really your best friends after all. They're like, they give you the most terrible best friends you could ask for at the beginning of the game. This guy's just slapping you around. None of you knew that this sword was protecting the village, and now he's suddenly, you know, I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get the Elder's favor by slapping you around for pulling out the sword. I mean, everybody's in the wrong here. They should have said, like, there's a sword outside the village. Don't pull it out. It's protecting the village. I mean, even if they did know that, you would at least have a case as for why you pulled it. That ghost there, like, you saw a ghost and like, the ghost told you to pull the sword. I mean, no one would believe you, but you're a kid, so you're gonna tell them anyway. And hope they believe you. Because these adults are the only people you can trust. Wow. Mantis Ant just whiffed that one. So you might actually recognize this Mantis Ant from the Game Boy game. Oh wow, I didn't even know I could knock him out of the air like that. Okay, I'm actually really happy that this ended up on the recording. Even if you have healing items, like, you should watch your HP and all, but even if you have healing items, don't use them for this fight. There. That man above will just throw down a cup of wishes for you. Haha. He dead. Jarion XP is in here. Way to go! Got the sword's orb. So I'm kind of hoping that I could find some locals to join in for second and third player. It's like, I know that if I started this with 3 players, it's gonna be really boring having them wait before they can join in. Sorry, but the sword is losing its power and must be re-energized. Only the person who pulled it free can do that. What should I do? Visit Sage Luca in the Water Palace. When I had visitors here to play this game, there's this one guy who would always be practicing his voice. But he'd always be practicing the same voice. He'd be practicing his Megatron from Beast Wars voice. So anyone that seems like it would fit the Megatron from Beast Wars voice, that's the one that he would be playing. That's the one that he would be voicing. He actually voiced Luca for a while before he realized that it was a girl. That Luca was a girl. Oh, right, I'm supposed to go to the Elder first. Herp. Elder tells you your backstory. Oh wow, that chat animation is real slow. I will have to fix that. I have a sleepy kitten beside me. Hi. So take what you want via the treasure chest downstairs. There's just a little bit of travel funds for you. 50 GP. And this kid doesn't even know what happened to you. She's just watching the funds that they have for you. I took you in and raised you, but there's nothing I can do to help. Please forgive me. I know I've told you this before, but your mother brought you to this village when you were just a baby. Soon afterwards, she disappeared. I took you and have done my best to raise you, but now we must part. I truly hope you can find your mother someday. Goodbye, Q. So they banish you from the village because the monsters are going to go after this sword. It's weird that when the sword was in the stump there, it was warding monsters off. It might have been that the original wielder of the sword had his spirit anchored there or something, and that's what warded off the monsters. But now that the power has waned, the spirit has to be free. Or that the spirit being free is a consequence. Like maybe all its energy has been drained or something. Let's see. Yeah, everybody hates you because they think you caused the end of the village's protection. Let's see, do I have... I think I could just fare pretty well without buying anything. Just one candy. There we go. Oh, I'm full of candy. Alright, never mind then. Got full health. I don't have any magic points to worry about. I got everything I need. You are hereby banished from Poto's village. Now get out of here! The little death animation they have for these things that they splash into this blue, watery stuff. They actually elaborated on that in the in Seiken 3. The Rabbites will have this like just huge splash of purple blood and yellow fluff flying everywhere. I think it's great. This like the cartoonish, cute gore is one of the reasons that Seiken 3 is my all-time fave. Or one of my all-time faves. Don't trust flowers. Well, the bud gets whacked! Oh yeah, that term for when you land a critical hit. Came from Pandora to fight Ilani, the witch in the haunted forest. Needed a whip to go through the shortcut to the castle of Ilani the witch. Major Dilek, or Dilek. The mission will be full of danger, but we'll do our best. Oh, right, if you talk to the guy third from the right, then they just run on ahead. So, you can explore this warp point, although it won't get you very far. But I'll show you how or where you need a whip. So here we reach the Water Palace. Gemma is waiting. I have to wonder if that's the same name as in the Japanese version. Because in English, they talk about Gemma Knights a lot. And here, this guy's name is Gemma, and if you played the Game Boy version, he's obviously a Gemma Knight. So, now what? Hey you, where's Luca? Hey, how rude. Luca, it's nice to see you again. Hahaha, welcome. What, you mean this girl is 200 years old? Oh, right. They don't quite make it clear when you can move around and when they're just pausing. Luca, monsters are invading villages, he just fought one. It's actually kind of difficult to read through this background. I know the ebb and flow of water brings me news from around the world. Mana's power is growing weak, that is why this boy was able to take the sword. When he did, the balance of mana in this area shifted and monsters revived. There are evil monsters working to steal away the power of the mana sword. By defeating those evil monsters, you can restore the sword's mana power. Power is kept in orbs. Looks like you regained some power from the Mantis Ant, because you got that sword orb. There must be more hidden orbs which hold mana power from the sword, and you must find someone who can forge the sword to release its stored power. So this was just a whole bunch of fluff the first time I played this. I was like, Where do I go next? This place? Okay, fine. So yeah, the story of Final Fantasy Adventure is passed down as a fairy tale here. They're telling you that that fairy tale was real. A bunch of strangers already started snooping around this place, this palace. Something's very wrong in Pandora. So here's your second objective. See the king of Pandora and tell him to be cautious. Meanwhile, you go to the cave called Gaia's Navel. There's dwarves there, and they can forge weapons for you. Reforge and empower the sword. Alright. So, can I just step out here? Oh, I can't. You have to talk to her again. So what are you scared of, the sword or the fortress? Well, I just heard the story of the fortress, but I'm scared of the sword because the sword is right here in my hand. It got me banished from the village, so that's probably what I'm most scared of. That is the mana sword, but its power is gone. It used its last ounce of power to summon you. Why me? Why did it choose me? I don't know, but now you must re-energize it. I was just thinking about the reluctant hero trope that you learn about, the 12 steps of the hero that you learn about in high school English. No problem. No way. I usually pick no problem because I never really understood the whole reluctant hero bit. I mean, sure, you could die, I guess. Self-preservation is a thing. But if you can do something to, you know, get out there and fight monsters and make the world a better place, then why not? It's not like this guy has video games to go home to. For a moment, the seed and the sword became one. You have sealed the mana seed with your mana sword, and the mana power from the seed will be sent only to you and your sword. This I didn't quite get. I guess it's like an invisible conduit of some sort. It doesn't really count for anything in-game, it's just plot fluff. So all of the weapons that you get here, you just got the spear. All of the weapons are mana weapons. It might just be because you're the one wielding them, and that's what makes them the mana weapons. So I'll take the first save file. Here's where they raise the staircase for you. It's nice that they don't let you leave too early, because you might, you know, screw up your game if you don't set the right plot flags. Let's see, there was a way to go east, but not yet. On my next visit here, I'll head east. So, I have just powered up my sword. The spear has slightly higher attack power, so let's power that up. Let's level that up. Slightly higher attack power, slightly higher reach. We can ambush these flowers. Oh, I never actually went this way, did I? So Neko's is that way. And I usually ignore Neko because he's basically a scalper. He is a very convenient shop that shows up in your way very often. But all of his prices are double what they should be. So candy is 20 instead of 10, wristband is 90 instead of 45. The only advantage to shopping with him is when you have more money than you need, then he can help you refill, like, your healing items. I should save. One thing he will do for free is save. Save your game, yes. So, right now we are heading to Pandora and Gaia's Navel, which is a little bit beyond. And there is a chance that you can recruit the second party member early, depending on what happens. I have to land this dead center, don't I? No? There we go. I just had to roll a good 2-hit there. There we go. Ambushed by goblins. Alright, I think I didn't read the sign on the way up, which might have caused the ambush.
You, do not move. Just stay still. You are very lucky. You are going to be our main dish.
Help! Let me go!
You look delicious. Yeah! Hey, the dancing has already begun. Let's join in.
Hey! Hey, you! What on earth are you doing, you idiot? Please help me.
Shh, quiet.
Let's get out of here. I owe you my life, but what are you doing here? I've been searching for someone. For a second I thought you were him. In case of mistaken identity, huh? I guess I lose. Now wait a minute. I'm only joking. Look, I'm in a hurry. You better get back to your home. Later. Hey, wait! Left without even telling me your name. Danger, beware of goblins. So usually I make a point of reading that sign when I go by, but it might be that reading the sign cancels the ambush. I thought she joins you here, but maybe not. Whoa. If you get bitten by those lullibuds, you could get poisoned. Which, now that I've said their name Lullabud, doesn't sound like what they should do. They should put you to sleep. Showing! Spear reaches level 1. Now, the charge attack for the spear isn't very good, because you have this big wind-up before you actually swing. You go up to them, and you start winding up, and then you swing, which gives them lots of opportunity to counterattack you. Higher level charge attacks, though, are pretty okay. Okay, that's why they're called lullibuds, because they cast sleep on you. At least I cured my poison. Lotus Village, Kingdom of Pandora. This is Pandora. I was told to let you pass through if you arrived. Sir Gemma of Tasnica is in the castle with our king. Oh, and I wouldn't talk to the people in the town. Everyone in the town is just struck with silence. Except for the shopkeepers. Whoa, a customer. Nothing much here, though. So I can use this. Nothing else, though. Might as well buy one of these to replace the one I used. And I can afford to drop 150 on one of these. Nope, 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 nope. Get out of this menu and into here. Equip. Got my overalls. Wristband on for 1 extra point of defense. So, I think it's this person? Yeah. She's the only one that isn't afflicted, but she's just not talkative. In general. This is Pandora's Castle. I could only guess that, like, the guards and anyone that's not in the town part of town aren't affected, either because they're out of the spell's radius, out of the curse's radius, or, in the case of the guards specifically, they're trained. They have certain physical and magical defense training that makes them resist. People in the southern ruins wearing strange masks. The Empire attacked us once about 15 years ago. I wonder if Dilek is going to be back soon. He promised to play with me then. Have you ever seen an enormous tree called the Mana Tree? Well, I haven't. That just makes a good conversation starter. The witch up north must be up to no good. People are acting strangely recently. And the witch is in that forest that Dilek and troops went to. This land has had it. It's been cursed by a witch. There's something evil in the ruins to the south. So there's a lot of stuff to take in here on your first playthrough. Something happening to the south, something to the north. You have to go to Gaia's navel, and this strange girl is looking for Dilek. Dad, you're impossible. I'll make my own decisions about my life. Hey, it's the guy I saved. Say what, you're a swordsman? Oh, you mean this. This is great! I need your help. I helped you, didn't I? It's your turn. We're going to go teach that witch a lesson. We're going to go save Dilek. But I've got to go to the underground palace. Later. Later! Right, let's go, I'm cute. Oh, call me... Please name this young lady. Let's see. They did have default names. The boy's name was Randy. The girl's name I forget. The sprite's name I also forget. But I didn't like those names. That's probably why I forgot them. But yeah, they don't show these default names. Because they want you... Whoops. Oh, sorry, kitten. Because they want you to come up with your own names. So, let's see. I will name you... Which I'll name you this time. I named you Nana. Oh, I named the girl Nana of Mana in the previous game. I don't want to use the same name again. Let's say... Oh yeah, and she has the gloves too. So she's kind of a brawler. Now I'm trying to think of the names of the fighting girls, the battle girls in Pokemon. Nope, can't think of any names. I'm not gonna name her Nana or Mana. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what other, like, punchy, kicky, kung fu women. Oh! Kara for karate. Ka-ra. Perfect. Oh wait, no, not perfect. I'm suddenly reminded of Kara from Illusion of Gaia, who is very much not a battle girl. Oh well, Kara is her name. Kara, I hate you, Dad! I'm not returning to this place ever! Okay, fine. Still gotta talk to the king and queen, though. Gemma! I suppose you've seen what happened to the people. The witch Eleni is draining people's energy. Those people are going to the ruins in the southern part of this town. I'll have a look around. You head for Gaia's navel. Let's see, I powered up the sword and the spear, so next I'm going to power up the knuckles. And everyone has their own, like, EXP and level gauge for weapon skill. Expelled from your village? Well, this realm too is having problems. With probably be best if you also left this country right away. What a nightmare. The people in my country are acting like zombies. The troops I sent to fight the witch were captured. What? You and Dad made Dilek go to the witch's castle? How dare you try to drive Dilek and me apart? How rude. Be that way. Let's go, Q. Yeah, she's kind of an obsessive about Dilek. This is the king's room. This is the treasure house. I must guard it for the night in the legend. This is the first time I've seen the king looking so troubled. I think you do get to enter this treasure room at some point. Probably right after you solve the Southern Ruins thing. But yeah, I imagine that she's kind of like... Or like when things were normal. She was probably like the captain of the fan club for the knights and the knight captain. So all that was ruined when the knights were actually sent out on a proper mission. And the mission did not turn out as expected. So in the short time between when we saw them and now, they'd been captured, and information about their capture had gotten back to this castle. So things moved pretty fast, at least at the start. So I handed her the sword so I could work on my punching. Provided she doesn't just stay back. Hey, let's edit you to be a bit more aggressive. One of these candies myself. One thing that's really nice about this whole initiative thing is when you knock an enemy down, you can do OTG attacks on them. You can just keep them pinned to the ground with those. Medical herb. Cures physical status ailments. And another medical herb, okay. Yeah, one thing these bees teach you is they get a lot of invincibility frames on their wake up. Going to use an OTG on them, do it quick. And these guys. Actually, no, not these guys. Goblins will have the next sort of balancing factor, and that is if you hit them enough to stun them, but not enough to knock them down, then they could end up having entirely invincibility frames. So what would be an OTG normally turns into a perfect defense. Join. It's a good thing I bought one of those cups. Let's see, I have to make it a certain distance through the forest to ensure that she won't leave the party if I try to go to Gaia's navel. Besides which, it might just be a generally good idea to level up there too. I'll switch back to the spear. It's nice having the reach. It'll be even nicer once I can use long-range weapons. Blocked. Oh, just a little bit too far. I should probably use the sword here. Just because no other weapon can cut through that foliage. Here you'll probably see me use Neko services a lot, just because the nearest store is so far away that I would make the money to pay Neko in the trip there and back. Yeah, these guys have defense frames if you see that shocked face. Any attack while they're looking shocked won't work at all. And if you're standing close to them, they won't be able to do anything other than try to run away, other than try to make distance. So that makes these very good targets to train up against. Let's grab one of those cups of wishes from you. Buy a cup of wishes. Here. Nothing else. Meow. I don't think she's very good with that spear. She keeps swinging it from that far away. She's never gonna hit anything. Blat! Alright, here's where we need to be. Try to cut through these things. We won't be able to cut through this without an axe. I've heard there's a dwarf blacksmith in Guy's Navel. Maybe some good weapons there. We better go to Guy's Navel first. So she's like one of those people that if you want to convince them to do something, you have to make it seem like it was their idea. Which, I mean, maybe it's not a bad plan overall. Just to make it seem like everyone's getting along. Yeah, not buy anything. First, candy you. Cut these away to make some room, so we can dodge. For knocking them down, it's usually a good indication that we're at the right level to be here. If we're putting them into that shocked-looking state, then we're probably a little under-leveled. Chobin Hood. Her back in Spike Knuckle. And let's edit her to use it when it's charged up. Action. Oh, she doesn't have the charged up ability for it yet. Alright. She needs to gain a level with that thing. Probably use Neko to save here. The next little bit is kind of a slog. Blat. One of them is probably going to cast Balloon. That's kind of lucky. Usually they split. I mean, that one split into two, but usually they, if there's less than 3 of them, then they'll split instead of attacking or anything. far, so good. Kid Goblin. Sometimes if you land a really weak attack on a monster, it'll immediately recover and be able to hit you. So in later levels, this game really punishes you for button mashing if you got as far as you did just by button mashing. So we have some water there and some lava there. Swing! Alright, now we can tell her to use that level 1. Poison needles. So yeah, there's trapped treasure chests. That is a hefty axe strike. Thought I already took care of these monsters. Maybe this counts as a different room because the water and the lava are gone. Oh, these guys also have invincibility while they're climbing back up into the air. I like that she'll dodge so much when she has that spike knuckle equipped. The magic rope. This will let you escape any dungeon. It either takes you to the dungeon's entrance or to where you last saved the game. I don't remember exactly which. Ugh. Sometimes it's not worth using antidote. Although getting past these guys is kind of important. I don't have any other form of healing, do I? Maybe I should just run. These guys aren't particularly good for leveling up on. Alright, maybe I should use that magic rope. Wherever it takes me, it'll be better than here. It takes me to the entrance. That's fine. Just head over to Neko, buy another cup of wishes and save. Maybe some candy too. Oh wait, yeah, let's buy some candy. 2 candies. One for now and one for the road. once more into the breach. Oh, knocked back. Their split counts as an attack. On the upside, you can train weapons really easily against these guys by taking advantage of that split. And I guess make some money in that same way. Alternatively, you could just knock them back by using really weak attacks. So, weak attacks do have their use. Gold. Now that I think about it, I might actually be under-leveled for the next boss. I feel like things might actually be going too smoothly. But hey, I might have just jinxed it right there. Balloon spell is air elemental, I believe? No, let this cause you to lose turns. Cause you to stare off into space and not do anything for a little while. By Fire Emblem rules, sword beats axe. Bomb? Aw. Health is still okay. How much candy do I got? 1. Attack to knock him out of the air so that she could hit him with the charged. Little extra cash. Drop this platform onto the floor below. And we have access to the dwarf town. This is the village of dwarfs. Not dwarves, dwarfs. So here, we can upgrade our armor at a pretty decent price. At least, not Neko prices. Let's buy some of this. Wait a minute. What do we got here? 150, 90, 45. So yeah, 2 of these. And 1 of these. 1 of these. Oh, okay. Let's re-equip and sell whatever we don't have, so... Equip. Yeah, that's everything. We don't have any helmets yet. Let's back up here. Not buy. I want sell. So we sell this. And we sell that. We have a little extra cash. So you can use that one. Oh, right. Is it select? No. X button? X button. So you get to equip that. Major defense boost. Pretty good defense boost there. Sell the Kung Fu suit. And then we want to talk to Watts way over at the forge. So you will make our sword slightly better. Sword is covered in rust. It'll break in no time. I'm Watts, the blacksmith. I'll reforge for 100 gold. I did not save any gold. What if I say please do? Not enough money. Alright. Time to go out of town and grab 100 gold. Well, first let's hit the inn. See if we have enough gold for that, or at least to save. One night is 15, yes. I have a sweepy kitten all squashed up against me. What are you doing all squashed up against me? It's not cold. Save your game, yes. So let's get some cash. Blat. Blat, blat. Oh, they all defended against that. Against a charged attack. Diddly diddly dee. Green girl gets whacked. Treasure chest full of cash would be great right about now. Alright. 2 treasure chests. One has a medical herb. The other one has what? A bomb. Oh boy. So far, so good. How much money do I have? Where would I be able to tell what my money is? Is it in stat? Or level? Money, 272. Good. So I guess 100 was a pretty reasonable price, considering how easy it is to get 100 here. Provided you're strong enough to take on these green drops. Any medical herb? I do. Ankara. So we just push past these guys here. Alright, that's enough. Alright, back to Watts. This thing reforged. It's done. I've never seen a sword as fine as this one in my life. I hope someday I can forge such a splendid sword. What on earth? My hammer has started to glow. Wait just a minute. That must be the mana sword. Astonishing. Perhaps the power of the mana sword has seeped into my hammer. Great. I think I'll try and make an axe with this. Come back in a while. So what else can I do? If you want the axe, come back again later. So when is later? After the next event, or just step out and step in again? That's probably after the next event. But I have a shiny new weapon with which to take on the next boss. Probably a good time to save. One night is 15. Want to stay? Yes. Sleepy kitten is as sleepy as ever. Save, 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 save. There we go. Could probably see if we could spend some of this money on helmets. So how much do helmets cost us? Red light hat, there's a safety headgear for 70. Yeah, that's fine. That's the only headgear that we can get. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of candy. And I don't think I can afford a couple of wishes considering the upcoming event. Nothing else. Get equipped with helmet. 7 extra defense. That should make a difference. Then, up here. Dwarf, step right on in. It's the Dwarf Village's world-famous exhibit hut. It'll be 50 GP. Sure. Cast your eyes on this Rabbite man, the only one in the world. Take 1 Rabbite and 1 man, and it's Rabbite Man. I don't quite get it. It's probably one of those Japanese puns that didn't translate very well. And now, presenting an actual and very rare Sprite child. Sprite.
Boo-hoo-hoo. Won't you please help me?
Yes, folks, it's pure tragedy. Weep as you hear his story. This poor child has a 50,000 gold piece debt to pay off. It's here working off the debt bit by bit. Oh, please, gentle people. Please help it. Even 100 gold will help. Okay.
Oh, joy, thank you. I'll take that. Thank you so much. Well, how was it? What an actor I am. That guy was even crying.
Well, I wasn't too bad myself, huh? We're gonna make a fortune.
Aye, did you just hear what we just said?
Please forgive us. This child really is a sprite child. He used to live at the Sprite Forest, but a flood brought it here. Thought I'd help it earn the money to earn home.
Good idea, huh?
Hey, you have to apologize too.
Harumph. Okay, I was wrong.
I'm ashamed of it myself. I'll return your money. Sorry.
Didn't mean any harm.
I did not prepare some water for myself. Oh no, something is happening. What on earth? Something's coming. Let me give you the spear, because we have to reach across some walls to fight this boss. Ow. Kyoto cheat me there. Was he actually hit during that? I don't think he was. Tropicala gets whacked. No medical herbs, just candy. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let her bypass some damage. Oh, I missed. Oh. I was countered. And OTG'd. And then I lost the charge anyway. There we go. I thought that battle would be a lot longer. But maybe I just got here at a lower level before. Spent less time grinding for cash. Way to go! Got Spear's Orb. Thank you very much.
I didn't need your help.
Hey, sorry about that. This child received such a shock from drifting here, it lost all its memories. It really is a nice child. It plays tricks on people sometimes, though.
Come on, old-timer. Give me a break. Take it easy.
Tropicala broke out of a sealed palace. There must be a way into it. Your memory might return if you receive some power from the mana seed.
What? Really? I'll go now. Right now.
Not alone. That place was buried. There must be tons of monsters by now. Would you be so kind as to accompany this sprite to the palace? Yes or no? Well, he is our destructive mage, so I can't say no to that. What luck! Did you hear that, little one? Oh, okay. So I can move around again.
Hey, brother.
Brother, my name is Q.
Okay. Say, why don't you name me too? That'll make it easier on you.
Please name this little sprite. Oh, let's see. So for you, I'm gonna give a mage-ish name. I played the D&D arcade game with some friends a little while ago, and I think one of the one of the names that I remember people using for the mage was Drizzt, and that's a reference to another D&D thing, D&D character, an official D&D character, I think. So maybe for a Drizzt that is a sprite. Drizzle. There, Drizzle. Drizzle? What kind of name is that? Like,
Nice to meet you.
Drizzle joined. Oh yeah, you can get some new stuff by talking to this guy too. You can get to the palace by way of a hole over there. There's a lava field which Eleni made to seal the palace. First you have to go to Eleni's castle to ask her to dissolve the seal. Eleni used to be a good witch, but she's not anymore. Go north to the haunted forest, find her castle, and ask her to open the seal. Here are a bow and arrows we found along with the little one. Take them. Receive Chobin's bow and arrows. Now you can fight at range. That reminds me, Watts the blacksmith was looking for you. Visit his workshop. And I want to equip bow and arrow. Because it's a fun little weapon to use once it powers up. Well, I tried making an axe, but it's no good. Wonder why. Got a boomerang. Wait, I know. Try holding this axe. That's it. Mana powering these weapons doesn't work until you hold them. This axe is mighty special. You could even smash a boulder with it. Take it with you for 100 GP. Okay. There should be more mana weapons to find. Bring them to me. They need to be forged to release any mana received from the orbs. And only I can do it. Now let me show you a shortcut. This will make it a lot easier for you. Let's see if we can reforge anything right now. So I already forgot which orb to get. Was the Spear's Orb? Alright. Let's give you a level 2 spear then. Heavy spear. No more orbs. Alright, we're out of there.
Need anything? No, busy travelers, I'll even save the game.
So we still got quite a lot of time left. This game is going by faster than I remember it. So now, with this ranged weapon, we can hit enemies on other heights. Although it still has to follow, like, sprite rules. Strangely enough. You can tell when there's, like, a bug on the top of this platform and when you're over here and you can't hit him with a sword. But if you hit him with a bow, you don't have to, like, shoot the bow upwards or anything. You can just shoot it straight across. Like that.
Splat.
Oh, right. I need to set... green? Oh, wait, yeah. Green should be for sprite. Green act. Oh, by green I mean the cursor. The color of the cursor. It shows you which one, whose cursor it is. So you get to keep away, but attack. At level 0. Doodly-dee-dee-dee. What do we got from this? Okay. Trap chests are a lot more common than I remember. There we go. Here's the disadvantage with ranged weapons. Sometimes they'll get stuck on things. At least, well, the bow will get stuck on things. The boomerang seems to go right through them. Boomerang and whip, and not the pole dart. The pole dart will get stuck. The game will actually add up OTG attacks, so that when the damage is calculated, you'll actually deal more damage than you might expect. I think it just, after the first attack, damage is just negated. Because, like, the first attack already busted through their defense. But that's just how I would do it. As much as I want to use the bow, I should probably use the sword when I get a chance. I have to use the bow here. Well, I don't have to, but it's good to use the bow here because it's going against those guys. So that way I don't have to worry about cutting through this foliage. Well, until I knock them too far away. There. Swing. Spear reaches level 1. Dang it. Oh, and the sprite is still level 1, isn't he? Yeah, the sprite sees the Reaper. Drizzle. Need something. Oh, I can save the game. First, I'll buy a couple wishes.
Listen, you meow.
If you didn't recruit the girl by this point, then that warp would lead to a place where you'd have to rescue her from werewolves. And werewolves are pretty tough. Fear level... oh, right. Axe. Oh, and the axe can cut through these flowers too. But that's not going to help us here. So this is the way we need to go, but we need to open up this passage first. I won that fight because he was stupid. Either that or because he was trapped between those flowers. But he had more range. So if he had approached and then shot, then he would have hit me and I wouldn't have been able to hit him. This time I'm winning because I have the high ground. Or the north ground. Swing! You can now do a wind-up swing with your boomerang. I've been moogled. If you're moogled, you have no defense, same as in the previous game. Alright, I've got a slight charge arrow. It's nothing fancy yet. Yeah, it's just the same single arrow, it just has a little bit more power. $46! Okay, more than a little bit more power. It's got some armor-piercing power to it. Well, unless that happens. Oh, he could have just walked around him? Oh, he just wasted his shot. defense to stand in front of my allies now. Not a bad deal, especially when the sprite's still at low levels. Sprite at 69 HP. I kinda wish I had Tom Bob's soundboard. 69, dude! Oh, missed. Landed kind of a useless hit there. Now, I can't reach that guy. Boomerangs and bows can. Can I reach that treasure chest? Maybe. Oh, I can. Some cash. No complaints here. Any revival items? No. I will have to try to get to Neko, to get to the next Neko. Or to use a rope if things look real bad. If only the traps would go off on enemies. Throw the treasure chest at an enemy if it's trapped. Oh, that werewolf can't reach us. Werewolf gets whacked. So that werewolf was the thing casting Cure Water. Oh, wait, I want to keep that Chobin Hood alive. Because it means one less sprite on screen for the Wizard Eye. Ghost of the Sprite is kind of blocking that one Chobin Hood's arrows. I should probably use the axe here instead. Or no, wait. Did the axe get to level 1? I should probably use the sword. Yeah, axe is level is 31, so it's 35. tricked by this room the first time. Never again. Let's see what the level 2 charged sword attack looks like. Yeah, that has a long wind-up. I don't think I want to use level 2. What I do want to use is a candy on her. Ah! I'm gonna just try and run past this. Candy left. Just my magical rope. And a bunch of werewolves. Maybe I can run past the werewolves. There we go. I've had all their energy drained from them. This guy doesn't talk. This guy? No. This guy? Also no. But Neko, yes. Meow. I got caught, purr. Need anything now? Ooh, 1000 GP. First, grab a couple wishes. Maybe 3 of those. Then out of here, use one to revive. You. Meow. Save. Yes, save. Got the sword to level 2, so I can re-equip my bow. So 3 people step on the platform, we got ourselves a way forward. We also have a decent grinding spot because of this little gap here. Save point nearby and a gap. I know I'm not going through this as fast as I usually do because I'm typically too underleveled to actually deal any damage to these werewolves. Yeah, usually I'd be dealing more like that 5, rather than the 31. 10. Teammates are just sort of hanging back. Is that treasure chest actually getting in the way of the arrows? Poison needles. A little bit of extra cash is always good. Especially since I don't think we found any candy or other healing items. Might be good to get enough money to stock up on that. As far as I know, struggling won't get you out of these spells. You just sort of have to wait them out and let your teammates pull the team for you. Teammates carry the team for you. That went a lot better than expected. Ah, this is the one we want. That is some skillful boomerang use. This wall over here. And if I recall, this should be the last chamber of this dungeon. Yeah, just a couple of poultry chairs to fight through. I do want to run back and save. And possibly get some items. I might have just rolled a particularly high defense main character this time. I'm not sure if the level ups are set or if they have dice rolls. But I feel like I'm more powerful than average. Still, I don't want to risk. Dying without save. I think it's safe to assume that I won't get any healing items out of the monsters here, so I might as well just load up on them at Neko's store. $60 for this, $200 for that. Cups of wishes. That's all I can get. Yeah. So we can get a helmet for the sprite. It's about the extent of its armor. So we've got 4 candies, 4 chocolates, 3 cups of wishes, which is not bad. So we'll save again. Meow. So an eye here and 2 werewolves there means the eye can't produce any Choban hoods. It might be that this guy rolled up extra attack and defense, but no luck for items and treasure chests. I used to think that when they were glowing pink, like as soon as the initiative counter hit 100 and they were glowing pink, then if you could attack then, it would be a critical hit. But no. It's just as weak as a 99%. Or in other words, a not 100%. Sometimes the wall will block your arrow and sometimes it won't. Rip furries. Hey, Steven Mendoza. I have the font small on my screen today. Oh, that was the wrong door. I always default to the left door. I already unlocked the passage, so I don't need to go up that way. Probably don't need extra levels. I've already saved, so if I'm under leveled I can train up if needed. Just need to fight through these polter chairs. Which are admittedly tougher than the average ghost monster. They do knock down relatively easily. What do you give? Is that? Oh, name something with Steven Mendoza. I'm probably putting a little bit of an accent on it. Mendoza.
Phew, what noisy little children. See what you get.
Generic old man, old woman voice. Get ready for the cat, mate. Yeah. Allow me the pleasure of sending you to Thanatos.
Oh no, Dilek. Honey, what have you done with him? What have I done? Well, I've sent him to the ruins in Pandora. My magic doesn't seem to work too well, and I couldn't handle him. But Thanatos wanted him, so I sent him there. Thanatos? The head of a secret organization that intends to overthrow the kingdom. How could you? Tee-hee-hee, he's already dispatched most of the people in Pandora. All that's left is for Sir Thanatos to storm the castle from the ruins. Now won't you be so kind as to feed yourselves to my cute little Spiky?
Very slow cage opening. I need a candy. Yeah, kinda. The girl is very much a multitasker today, using 2 items and an attack in one go. Fire bouquet. I didn't catch what it said went down there. It didn't last very long though. Oh, she needs a candy. Boom! Haha, 92! Attack down, okay, so it's attack down for 5 seconds? Not too bad. Unless it kills you. Alright, so that on Drizzle, and that on me. Yes. Come on. Oh, that went through. He had iframes. Drizzle lost 3 lives there. I guess he was the tasty. I guess they was the tastiest morsel. Secret of Mana PR is very specific about the sprite being non-gendered. Yay! Let's see, did we get which orb did we get? The boomerang's orb or the bows? It was one of the ranged weapons. All right, which Eleni? Shriek. Shriek! Please forgive me.
Sorry, the magical herbs that grow in this forest have withered. I have been trading the villagers for Thanatos' herbs. From now on, I'll simply be a normal elderly lady and live peacefully. If you're looking for that other kid, he's at the ruins south of Pandora. You can take whatever's in the treasure chest. I don't need it anymore. The orb in the underground palace. You need to use the magic of ice. But I don't have any more magical power left.
And that's, she just leaves it at that. Found the whip! A lot of people seem to have this as their favorite weapon. And it is pretty nice, it acts as a short-range weapon and a long-range weapon at the same time. Found 50 GP. What's its power? 29, so a little bit less. A little bit less than average. 38 for the spear, wow. Palace's monsters are all gone. Neko's still there, I think. He's always ready to take your money. Yeah, he's just waiting for you to come back. At least saving is free with him. Save. Save, yes. One thing I really appreciate about this game is that when you go through the whole save procedure, you don't have to back out of it step by step. As soon as you're done saving, you're back into the gameplay. it's not common for RPGs to do that for some reason. I should probably see if there's a treasure chest in here for me to pick up. No? It was just a room full of poultry chairs originally? So we are at 1 hour 57 minutes. So we're approaching time pretty quick. I'll probably just get back to town and save. Dilek is alive. Can you hear me? Come immediately to the Water Palace. It's Luca. Now what's the matter? I've gotta go. I'm going too. I'm worried about Dilek, but I can't save him alone. I'll go with you. In return, you can help rescue Dilek.
Yippee! I'm coming along so you can count on me.
I forgot my voice for the sprite.
I'm coming along too so you can count on me.
Like how he just stretches his neck out to laugh.
This is how you humans laugh, isn't it? Hee hee, ha ha.
Splat. Splat the blat. Oh, right, we should probably just slice through these. Watt's axe. I like how if they're facing the other way and you hit them hard enough to knock them down, it'll actually send them flying back towards you. I mean, it's horrible when it happens to you, but it's hilarious when it happens to them. Green forest with red clouds. I don't think they ever did anything like that in a later game. I mean, with all the options that 3D rendering programs give you for like diffuse color, specular color, highlight color, stuff like that, they just aren't as... They're pursuing more realistic imagery rather than going for these weird color combinations. Like if you look at it, the forest is mostly green, the clouds, or the mist, or the magical, the fumes from the magical herbs, or whatever you want to call it, is red. And then that redness has a blue barrier, or a blue outline around it. I mean, it's a little bit visually noisy, I'll admit. But it's definitely made for a novel experience, part of the charm of this game. So we can go straight to the Water Palace here. And Luca will restore you and save for free. I'll restore you. Want to save the game? Yes. Undine, or Undine, or Undini, if you're play certain other games, depending on which you've heard first. Undine, the elemental of water, lives in a cave behind a waterfall. It's east of the steps leading to this palace. We've got to find her. Her seal on this palace has failed, and I fear she is in great danger. And that is what we shall do next time. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you then.